in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you. Into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
and I didn't understand that you were the one, and I can't wait to see you hindsight is fleeting when your heart's bleeding and all you can see is red, till you discover it is within each other to forgive and make amends. If I had known then what I know now, I wouldn't have said what I said. I took the long road, thought I'd be better on my own. Sometimes what's right is wrong instead, 'cause I was too young, and I didn't understand that you were the one, and I can't wait to see you again. Oh, I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait, 'cause I was too young, and I didn't understand that you were the one, and I can't wait to see you
Hello everyone and welcome back to Eire, Ireland. So how is everyone today? Hopefully everyone is well. So I was going to do Reachiville today, but they're having issues with some of the mods and all that stuff with Global Company and whatever. So we're back here on Eire, Ireland. Looking at everything, we can actually start harvest. Oh, I gotta up the time here to 5 speed, and they're having issues with the mods or something, so I didn't go into Reachiville tonight. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a quick, I'm just trying to figure out what tractor I want to take. I think I'll take the John Deere. We're going to have to go over to the shop. We're going to lease a piece of equipment, and we're going to do a quick harvest. Yeah, exactly, right? And it's pretty sad that one mod company can dictate every other mod in the game. But it is what it is, and everyone has to deal with it. Just give me a second there, guys. Alright, I'm back. I was just talking to my wife for a minute there, guys. Yeah, I was going to try to stream a bit earlier, where Nightcap wasn't streaming tonight, but I ended up watching the finale of America's Got Talent. And the person I wanted to win won, so that's good. He deserved it. Very good singer. You know, I don't know if you guys get to see it where you guys live, but it was You can look it up on YouTube. His name is Cody Lee. He's autistic and blind, and he plays the piano and sings, and he's absolutely amazing. Well-deserved win for him, I must say. Cody Lee won. Alright, where's the shop icon? Right next to the tractor. I don't have to move or anything. So, we're going to have to get a planter here. And it wasn't this one. It was a mod one that I was going to use. And we're fairly close to the farm. Let me see. I'm going to have to buy some seed, though. So it'll be coming back and forth to the shop. No, not buying it. We're going to lease it for $1,300. Yes. Okay. Now we're going to have to go in and buy some seed. I'm not buying no fertilizer. I'm not fertilizing the field. It didn't suggest me to. Let's get some cheap seed. Let's get some cheap seed. $1,800 for that. For how many liters? 2,000. I think I actually got cheaper. $2,100 for $1,890. And we got lime. We got fertilizer, lime, pig, wheat, oats, no seed. They're pretty darn expensive anyway. So seed, I think the best one to go with is this one here. And we'll buy 2 of them because I know I'm going to have to come back and get more for sure. And if not, we can always use it for our next harvest. Yeah, he's excellent, you know, like, you know, you put aside his disabilities, he's still awesome at what he does, man. Without a doubt. He well deserved it. The other one that I would have liked to seen win was that one, oh my god, I forget his name. But the comedian, he's really good too. Now, I'm hoping that this does onion, or we're in trouble. Oh, it does. I passed it. So let's get back to it. And I passed it again. Let's slow down right here now. There we go. And we're full. It takes 1,200 liters. The rest would have been for fertilizer, but we don't need to fertilize in a contract. Now, hopefully this folds up, guys. No, don't jump out of the tractor. So hopefully it folds up to get it up the street. So, man, how was everyone's day? What did you guys all do today with no stream? Well, I streamed with Nick the Hick and the guys earlier. I was 3 hours a day trying to set up that map. I finally got it set up, but it right through you. So I finally got it set up to the point that we can do it now. Hopefully now next week we'll be able to get some factories going. And I got a lot of updating to do tomorrow for the Reachiville. Oh, you streamed, did you? What time did you stream? I guess you streamed when I was streaming with Nick, did you? See, I never saw anything. I never even had Twitch open today until just a few moments ago. Never even had it open. I was just... With Papa Smurf out right now, he asked me to look after the servers for him, and I've just been so busy with that today, and work, and everything else. You get to do FIFA 20 tomorrow, Tony. Or later on today, actually, where we're from. Right now, it is actually the next day for me, and I'm pretty sure it's the next day for you. Now, there's a way in here, but it's like through the trees or something. Yeah, not too long now at all for you, man. No, it wasn't right there. It was right here. Here's the entrance. So this should get us to the rest of this day, hopefully. Oh, you watch Tony stream. When are you going to stream again, OT? Hey, Trent, how you doing, man? Yeah, it was a bit of fun, but it's like when you're first starting off on a map, it's just pretty much repetitive. We do it all the time, but it got to be done. But once we start getting the factories in and get everything going, man, I think that that map is awesome. I actually like that map. Now, I don't know if I should have gotten a weight on this or not. I might have needed a weight. But we'll give it a go and see how it works out. I might actually do 2 headlands and then drop a worker down on this one, and we might go pick up that fertilizing contract and go over and get her fertilized. Stop downloading mods and get your lag sorted out. Yeah. When you stream, what do you set your bitrate at? One of the biggest things with streaming on Twitch or YouTube and OBS is your bitrate setting. So what you need to do is you need to go to just do a Google search, and I think it's called Ookla. About 2,000. It's pretty low, actually. I mean, you shouldn't have no issues with that. I'd have to see your settings, like all your other settings. Right? OBS can be a real bitch sometimes. You can only play it for 10 hours. Yeah, when is it actually being released? Like, when is the official release? Because I guess you're just getting the beta or a demo copy of it, are you? Yeah. I think if I do one more headland, this tractor won't get caught up with a worker. I find lately the workers are not working out too well on either map. I don't know if it's got something to do with the global company scripting, but I've been having nothing but issues with workers lately myself. But we're going to give it a try and see what happens. Look at that, man. I'm out of seed already? Okay, this is going to be an issue, I guarantee you that. Alright, let's fold it up. Back and forth to the shop. Actually, what I'll do is I will, and I'm going to eventually do it anyway. Oh, get on the right side of the road. I'm eventually going to get a seed silo on the farm. I think we need it. We're always going to be needing seed, and I think once I get all the pallets used up down here now, I will put one on the farm, so we won't have to travel as much. This is a pain in the butt to have to keep on going back and forth. Look, I never even made it around the field once, and it was out of onion already. So the seeding rate on that is not too good. I might be able to change it though to make it a bit better. That's a bit outrageous. Make sure when you turn, you actually turn and to give yourself room on the back. You're carrying a seeder. What tractor is this? This is the John Deere. I can't remember the number. Just let me jump out right quick and jump in and it'll tell me. It's the John Deere 4950. Actually, when you look it up, it's the 4950. Really nice tractor, man. Really nice. One of my favorites. Got really great sound to it. Yeah, exactly. A really nice iron horse, man. Really nice. Welcome back, man. I haven't seen you on the channel in a while, man. Now, hopefully nothing is coming, and I'm going to make the turn very quick. I think I got lucky. What I get a kick out of this, guys, if you're going around like a bend, it's not an actual turn, it's a bend. They actually turn their signal light on. Let me jump outside and see if we can see it. If we got a bend in the road. The car in front of us will actually turn the signal light on. I like to know where they got their license. Yeah, see, got the signal light on. What are you signaling for? You're not turning into my house. Actually, speaking of that, though, I should have my beacons on. Anyway, let's get back in the cab. I guess the slightest little turn with the spleens in the game, the script must say, well, put your signal light on. Now, I know the turn off is coming shortly. If we're not watching for it, we'll drive past it. Let's bring that down. Now, let's go and look at the spray rate. Yeah, that's way up too high. So it's M to decrease. Let's bring that down to 100. Thank you. Oh, that's it'll work better if we actually turn it on. It'll still go down fairly quickly as well, but at least we'll get a little tiny bit more done. That is still going out fast. So the spray rate on that don't make a difference. It is what it is. Most root crops are like that. You go through a lot of it. So, yeah, we'll be going back and forth for seed quite a lot. So there goes me actually getting a worker doing this. Well, I guess the other option is I can go buy seed with another tractor and just keep on coming in and filling up the worker. But for the price of the contract and what I was willing to pay, this is the cheapest way to go, I think. The cheapest way to go. So I think we paid $1,300. I'm not going to give up on this until it's done. Even if it goes into nighttime, we're going to keep at it. This one here, just give me a second there now, and let me get this row done here. Because we're going to run out of seed now momentarily, and I will go in and tell you. Let me get lined up here. I'd like to actually finish this row coming down here with this bit of seed I got. That would be awesome. Then I can just start right here. I think we're going to be running out now momentarily. Right now. So let's lift it up. Alright, let me go into the shop and I'll show you how much this one is. So it's under medium tractors, I do believe. Let me see. Which one is it? It's this one here. FWA 29,900. That's how much this beauty cost me. Now, I need to go in here because I need to change this to a euro. And our crops are going to be ready to harvest tomorrow, man. That's awesome. That is awesome. We actually go in and look at the growth stage. They're in their last stage of growth. Alright, let's go back to the shop once more. We'll grab the remainder of the seed. Where's my... Can't see nothing when I'm in the cab. The windows are so dark. There it is. We'll go grab the rest of the seed. Then I'm going to put a seed silo on our farm. I'm going to take the investment now. I think they're like five grand. And we won't have to travel as far then. And it's something that we're always going to be using anyway. You know, this is not going to be our last time getting seeds, so I'd just rather have a stockpile at the farm. Yeah, or you could pay your workers to keep it filled. Yeah, I can do that as well, yeah. I can do that, that's true. But I think that was one of my rules. I'm not allowed to do that. I'm pretty sure I set that as a rule when I first set everything up, that all that is turned off and it has to be done manually. Yep, it's this. I think it's got 320 horse, which is not bad at all for a $30,000 tractor, 30,000 euro tractor, whatever you want to call it here in Ireland. And the sound is just amazing on it. It's amazing, man. Like, it's the showcase of the mod. And I think that's where a lot of modders go wrong with some of the mods they do. They use the in-game sounds and not very good at all. Got a little tiny bit of seed left. Somebody must let this... Yeah, exactly. Just wait till you're going up the hills, man. That's when it sounds really good. I just like the sound of it. Right? And as soon as you go up a hill, it kicks in like it's cool. It knows it needs that extra bit of horsepower, and it throws it down at you. Right quick. Alright. The only thing is I gotta find a good place to put the seed silo on the farm. Yeah, I want to get this contract finished before we finish the night, because it looks like tomorrow we're going to be starting the harvest. I get caught up in them all the time. Everything is sticking out in the middle of the road. Gotta love small maps, man. Gotta love the small maps. It does. It does look like a power shift, actually. All right. I'm gonna put that on a worker. And Well, that's on a worker. We're going to go in and we're going to buy that silo now. So let's find the cheapest seed silo I have. Okay, it's not in that one. I think they're under miscellaneous, to be honest with you. Now, let's see what we got. We got a lime station. So we got one here for 2,700. Let me see what else we got. We got this one here for 1,000, but I don't really like that one. And then we got this one for 5,000. And then we got this one for 15. So I think I'm going to go with the Mercury Farm version, and it's pretty small. And I think the best place to put this is down here. We got lots of room down here. We'll tuck it in underneath the tree here. There we go. There we go. Now I'm just going to let the worker do this for a bit now until I catch up with everything. I believe that your driving is getting worse. It does sometimes, yeah. Well, I must say, last night, I don't think... Well, no, never mind. I can't hide it. I mean, it's recorded evidence. I actually ended up in that big water hole, if anyone remember. Does anyone remember that? We ended up in the big water hole last night. That was funny. I didn't think it was deep at all, but it was deep. It was deep. So guys, who thinks that there's going to be a hidden map with the Platinum Edition for FS19? Or do you guys just think it's going to be the class DLC and that's it? So if you watch Silver News, he believes there's not going to be one. You've seen it, but promise not to tell. What did you see? In my opinion, if they just want you to focus on the mods, like the gear for class, it don't matter if you put a map in or not. People are going to use the equipment. Right? It don't matter if there's a map. Okay, so another map allows you to go in and play another map to use that equipment. It's not like you're putting in two types of forage harvesters or whatever, you know. You're actually giving another thing to... You're actually giving another thing for someone to go in and use the equipment, in my opinion. So I think a map in it should be good. I mean, you know, for the price that they charge... Oh, shit. For the price that they charge for the DLC, for the Platinum Edition, I think there should be a map. Even if, like, I probably won't even play it. But, I mean, I look at the console people that have very limited maps now as it is. Because they can only do a 2x map. And that's all you're going to get anyway, is a 2x map. Because that's all consoles are allowed to use. But I think they should. You know, the money that we invest in getting the software and keeping up with the DLCs, I think it's only right that they should provide a map with the DLC. I think we're going to have to do a bit of smoothing here later on. Little bit of a dip there. You forgot. Oh, now you got me in suspense. You mean I gotta wait another month to find out? in my opinion, I don't think there's going to be. I don't think there's going to be. I'm with Silver News on it. And the reason why I say that is because he's been over there with FarmCon. Or maybe he's just playing it with Giants to make everyone believe that there's no map coming out and they're going to throw one in. I don't know. I'm a bit mixed on it, so we'll have to wait and see. I mean, it's probably going to be a map that I won't even play. Anyway, I don't think... I might have played Felsburn for a little while. Starting off, I don't think I streamed anything on Felsburn. Or recorded anything on Felsburn. I did not play... I did not and will not play Ravenport because I think it was a slap in the face to Americans. To North Americans. You build a map and you throw all the garbage and dirt on it. And then you make Felsburn and make it all beautiful and pretty and everything else. To me, I thought that was a slap in the face. So I've never ever... I don't even think I loaded in Ravenport. Not even an edited version of Ravenport. Because I don't think it was right what they did. You know. It does, but the extra tank is actually for fertilizer. I think it does have front hydraulics. Yeah, it's got the front hydraulics. It's got the PTO on the front. But I don't know if there is a tanker. Now, maybe there is, but I think it's for fertilizer, though, isn't it? Just, when I empty this out and get this done, we'll go in the shop and have a look. If there's actually a tanker that I can put on the front for seed that'll hook into this, I'll get it. Definitely get it. It'll make us get the field done faster. I don't think it's going to take too long now anyway with the seeder over at the farm. But just as well, because I got all that seed left over at the shop, I can go pick that up and pick up the tanker. Now there is a non-modded one, but we'll just check and see if it's seed or fertilizer. If it's fertilizer, it's no good to me. I don't need fertilizer, I need extra seed compartment. And I think a lot of them are fertilizer. Hey, Bryce, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream, buddy. Welcome to the stream. I was going to do it earlier, but I ended up watching America's Got Talent, so I came on a bit late. Not much time. I'm glad you dropped in, though, man. America Got Talent. AGT. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, OT. Yeah, I know. I mean, I've been saying that for years, Bryce. Right? I've been saying that for years, and no one believes me. Right? You know, like, what good talent ever came out of Canada? You know, like Howie Mandel, Jim Carrey, Shawn Menendez, Justin Bieber, Shania Twain. Let's lift that up a bit. Shania Twain. You know, just to name a few. You know, nothing really good has ever come out of Canada. Oh, Shania's awesome. That was the last concert. No, that's not the last concert. That's one of the concerts my wife and I went to was the Shania Twain concert. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go down to shop anyway and have a look, guys. I'm gonna get that last bit of fertilizer, so don't go to or seed, so don't go to waste. Ryan Reynolds, yeah, that's another one. You know, so yeah, not much good talent at all. What's that? What was that guy group that were pretty good from over in BC? Nickelback, right? Then you had not Bruce Springsteen, but the other fella, Corey Hart. Well, he was useless. He was no good. Rush was a good Canadian band. Really good Canadian band, Rush. Man, they were good in the day. They're still good. Yeah, I wear my sunglasses at night. I think that's the only song that anyone can ever remember. Yeah, I went to a concert, I don't know if it was last summer or the summer, not the summer past, but the one before. And it was an all-day outdoor concert. And it was featuring Blake Shelton, actually. He was the highlight show, we'll say. And there was people, yeah, he was there, Corey Hart, but he was more there for trying to promote his daughter's singing. But yeah, he put off a show. It was okay. But I didn't think he could sing back then, and I don't think he can sing now. So it would be in this. It's got to be this one here. But see, that's fertilizer. Do I got a tanker here that might work that will just hold seed? Yeah, my wife says that Blake Shelton wanted her the whole concert. Because he kept on looking at her. I wonder if I can take this one. I wonder if this will work. I'm going to lease it. It's not that much to lease. It's only $408. But then he said on stage, he said, I better be careful. He said, because your husband looks really big and strong. I thought it was a wonderful compliment he gave me. I got a beautiful wife and I'm big and strong. Yeah. Oh. I'm hoping this is going to work. I don't think it is, though. I don't think it is. But it's $400 I wasted. So we'll go back to the farm, and I'm going to smooth out that little area and waste some more money. Oh man, I thought we were doing good too. Bryce says hi, honey. Hiya, sweetie, she said. The Dead South are a good Canadian bluegrass band. Yeah, exactly, yeah. I love listening to me a bit of bluegrass. Now, I prefer greengrass. I prefer greengrass. Indecent Proposal, yeah. There was a bit of good talent that came out of Canada, I must say. Right? You know, look at that one, Shannon Tweed. I mean, she was, she had to become popular by joining Playboy. And then she married Richard Simmons. That's how she got her name. And she was actually from Newfoundland, Canada. She was born in Newfoundland, Canada. And then as a teenager, her parents moved over to Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Now, I'm going to fill up the back one first. Don't look promising because that cover did not open. So I think it has to be actually hooked up to the other machine for it to actually work. So let's start. And start again. No. Okay, so let me get it up in the area. Now let me switch over to it. Oh, wrong button. Now, do I open the cover? No, it won't. Yeah, it's open. And will it fill? Oh, yes. Oh yes. We're sliding a bit here, but let's close the cover. Now let's go do some seeding. I might get the whole field done now. What am I banging into? I can't see what I'm doing here. Yeah, when you bang into a hedge, that's what happens. Is that down? No, this raised up. Just the grass is high. Let's look forward. I'm actually surprised that it works with this one. Gene Simmons, yep. Right? Now my wife, she's totally infatuated with Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani. As you can hear, as soon as I say her name, she goes nuts. I think if I change my name to Gwen, I think she'd love me more. And I really mean that too. Alright, where did I end up? What was that? Gaming with Raider. Added permitted term. Okay, yeah, cool. Thanks, Tone. They're all like that. I love his music, though. I love Blake's music. I like the old style country. Oh, she's out there saying, everybody, now you got to watch The Voice next week. The Voice is starting next week. Oh, V-Dog BDH 2002 is following. Thank you for the follow, man. So I don't think we'll need to fill up any more now. We got over 3,000 liters of seed now. I'm actually looking forward to the next day. We get to start our harvest. His first album was the best. I agree, man. His first album was awesome. That's the one with Austin and Big Red. Old Red, not Big Red, Old Red. She's out there listening to me, correcting every word I say. So, guys, if I make a mistake, she'll let me know. Well, I tell you, there's a lot of weight on this now. You can see the front bogged right down. It doesn't have its own, or was it for fertilizer? It was for fertilizer. But it was this one is the one I'm using is a modded edition. There is an in-game one, but the add-on that came with it is for fertilizer only. The planter expansion box, I mean. Yeah. The expansion box for the blue harvester here was for fertilizer only. Which was too bad, because it would have matched up right nice. Look at that, guys. That's absolute beauty there. That tractor is gorgeous. They don't make tractors like that no more. Oh, jeez. I never noticed Bryce said he was gone, man. Anyway, Bryce, man, thanks for dropping in, man. We'll have to get together and do a flight one of these days. And Flight Sim. Yeah, he's a good friend of mine, that Idaho snowman. His name is Bryce. We actually created a virtual airline through... I use a program called Prepare 3D or X-Plane 11. And we created a virtual online airline. Okay. So I can fill it, but it's not working because it's not hooked up. No, not going to work. So I wonder. Let me try some. Let me try some. Now, I might be totally out to lunch doing this. Nope, that's the wrong one. To get closer to it, I'm going to fold it up. I'm hoping it's going to let me fill this up from that. Then I can return it. No. Okay, so there is another way. There is another way. So let's attach it. And I'm going to go Control-I and unload it. And now we can go into the shop and return it. Oh, leased items. Yeah, so it won't work with it. It'll fill it up, but it won't work with it. No, Jesus, don't get rid of that. I want to finish this contract. No, actually, let me go out and get the one that's on the field that I need to plant. Okay, I got the parking brake on. Why are you moving? I'm going to have to push that back out of the way. Hopefully this will do it. There we go. See, where there's a will, there's a way, man. I'll figure it out. It was a good try, though. Good thought, though. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I was hoping it was going to work too. But, you know, we still got it. I didn't have to go back to the shop or anything. Okay, go down. Oh, let's change that. Go down. Let's turn it on. And I still got more seed there that we can go pick up. We still got another, almost another 1,000 liters there. I think 800 liters. Yeah, that's what I'm going to have to do next time. Like, when I go to buy a planter, I'm going to buy the bigger one. I'm going to buy the one to match the horse seeder we got. So I'll get the horse planter. Or even, yeah, even a seed wagon would be good too. I thought the spray rate would work with the seeders, but apparently it don't. It's just fertilizer, not seed. A seeder basically drops seed in the ground, where a planter plants a root crop. So, like, for example, in real life, now they don't simulate it very good in this game, but in real life, when you're planting potatoes, it's not a seed. It's actually the eye of the potato that grows the root and all that. If you're planting sugar beet, it's actually a root. So a planter will plant all your root crops, where your seeder will plant all your cereal crops or grain crops. That's the difference between the two. And it's just the technology behind it. Like, if you were planting potatoes, you would throw all your potatoes, heads and all that in the back of your potato planter, and they drop them in the ground. Same with onion. Onion don't grow from a seed. It actually grows from, it's like a bulb, right? You buy onion bulbs. So I guess the hose connections and all that would be a bit different. But to my understanding, that's what I think the difference is. If I'm wrong, please someone correct me. Yeah, basically what I said, you know. But that's the way I always understood it to be anyway. That's like you notice a lot of root crops too have the beds because they drop the thing down on the ground and then the machines behind basically fill it over and give you that nice square look. And then that allows your drainage runs and all that in between. So I might have enough seed to finish. I think we'll have about 800 liters of seed here. No, 1,000. That's good. More than what I thought. Oh my, I mentioned Blake Shelton. Now she's out there. She got him on the TV, listening to his music and singing away to it. I think for this contract, guys, we're going to get 14,000. So nothing wrong with that. I got a little bit more down there that we missed. I'm not worried about them little skips in between. God's Country is awesome. Yep, I agree. One of my favorite. I like that one, and I like Sangria. My God, I watched America's Got Talent tonight, and they had Cher on it, man. Like, I mean, that woman is like up in her 80s or 70s or something, and she don't look a day over 40. God amazed how plastic surgery can keep someone so young looking. Now, wouldn't it be perfect if we just had enough seed? I know I got the contract finished, but like my rule states, I have to finish the field. And I'm not going to go buy no more seed. But we won't need to. Planters are likely what you see in a lot of fields with the set units of 50 to 30. Yeah. But see, yeah, exactly. So you're not going to see wheat in a seeder or in a planter. Wheat needs to be a lot closer together. Don't Blake Shelton adopt his dead sister's kids? I don't know if he did or not. I didn't even know he had a sister. I know he had a brother that passed away, but not a sister. But yeah, he's just a really good singer, I think. Actually, this is a planter. This blue thing here is a planter. It is not a cedar. I might as well get these areas. I got a little bit of seed left. Not like I'm going to keep it anyway. That's the menu I bought it under anyway, the planters. We'll get contracts now to fertilize this field now too, guys. Almost right away too, I bet. I bet you as soon as I finish this contract. there'll be almost instantaneously a contract to fertilize this field. Please, no cars coming. I knew there was car. I saw it at the corner of my eye. I thought I could beat him, but no, he sped up. When you want them to go slow, they speed up on you. Alright, let's go back to the shop and return this. What time of the day is it? It's too early to go to sleep yet. We'll turn the contract in, get our money for it. That'll bring us back up over 40,000 again. And with that, we ended up getting the seed supply point on our farm. We'll call it a seed storage bin. It's like, I'll tell you what it's like. To me, I thought a planter was more like, if you look at sugarcane and how sugarcane is grown, you actually throw the sugarcane in the planter in order to plant it. But I'm just trying to figure out what other kind of crops you would use on a planter rather than a seeder. Because we all know, like canola, barley, oats, wheat, all that, they're all sunflower. They're all done by a seeder because, well, seeder is a seeder. Hence the word seed, I guess. Alright, let's return our leased equipment here at the shop. Hopefully we'll get a little bit of money back for the... Probably not, though. For the seed that's left in it. I think there's like 200 liters left in it. Or 500. And we're going to return it. Do you really want to sell this vehicle? Yes. So we never got 5 cents for the seed. What a bunch of rip-off artists. Yeah. Oh my god, I got cords everywhere here. They're driving me nuts. My cord for my headphone, and I got an extension on it so I can move around, and I end up, it's always underneath my chair. And while I'm streaming, I try not to move around in my chair too much because it squeaks like it squeaks more than a mouse does on a cheese Christmas. Now I'm actually going to stop here and have a look-see. So, nothing this way, nothing that way. Wow, look at that. Morpheus obeyed the rules of the road. Oh, you had to bring that up, OT? No, I want one. No, I want one. Alright, I wonder if I can get one more contract in before the day is out. A planter does anything that they have made a plate for. Oh, okay. Mainly corn, beans, beets. Yeah, exactly. Any crop that needs to be placed as far apart. Now, let's put our John Deere away. It needs to be washed again, though. There's my second favorite tractor of the series. It's good for doing like little chores around the farm and that. It don't got much power. Right now, the John Deere here is our biggest powerhouse. But this one here, I got to go over and look at it again, guys. You know I like it. Look at the exhaust manifold detail on this. Right? I mean, that is awesome detail. Really good detail. Now, if the whole tractor was that kind of detail, it would even be better. What is it? It's a Dutzfire D905. Alright, so let's go grab our fertilizer spreader. We've still got 1,600 liters in it, so that should be enough to fertilize that field we're going to. I just got to figure out what field number it is now. And while I'm doing that, I might as well return my contract here. And we're going to go fertilize this one in field 95. Maybe, depending on where 95 is at. Right there. It would, wouldn't it? It would be. No, not worth it. Not worth it. I'm going to cancel that. Yeah, we'll collect on that. Thank you. Look at all the fertilizing contracts. Field 120, we'll do that one. Let's see, what other ones? Field 55. Where's 55 at? 55, that's right on the main road. I want to do the ones that are not so off the beaten path. 505 we'll do. We'll do 103. We'll do 56. Now I'm actually looking for field 18. Field 145 we might pick up. Bale field 7, yeah. No, not baling anything like that. 87. Well, pick up that one. It's another 1,000. Sow field 30. What do they want sown in it? Corn. Fertilize field 80. No, that's way in the... That's in the boondocks. I'm not doing no fertilizing in the boondocks. So, let's go fertilize 55 and 56. See if we got enough fertilizer to get that done. And that's another $6,000 we'll make, almost 7. Before the end of this day. We're at 1,900 there now. If I can get this working till about even 2,200, that's a good time to give up for the night. 10 o'clock. Oh, she's out there now telling me she wants some. She saw a pair of Versace shoes that she likes. Now she wants them. Right? 3 pairs is not enough. She got to have 4. I'll put that down as one of my goals in my donation link. To get my wife a set of Versace shoes that she wants. I probably won't spell it right though. I'll probably call it Versace. Rice is even a spalling planted by a machine. Yep. It is. Now, 55 and 56. Oh, this is the bumpy part. Man. I think that is over towards the chicken farm, which reminds me, we're going to... No, I fed him yesterday, so that was earlier this morning in game. So we're good on the animals for now, but I will check them though before we head in for the night, because we got to make sure they're fed and watered. All good to go. Now I think if we come up around the bend here, we'll run into them. And I think if I'm lucky, those 2 fields are actually connected together with an alleyway between the hedges. Yeah, about 500 bucks. Oh, how much are they? Oh, put another 0 on that, the pair she wants. Yeah, our anniversary is next month on the 4th, so she's expecting... Well, she don't expect it, but she wants Papa to buy her her 4th pair. Yes, this is an external mod, yeah. But I do own a class, yeah. I do. Yeah, this is definitely not on console yet. Not this mod, anyway. The good thing about playing with computers, man, there's a lot of class tractors out there. And I have a lot of them. Actually, if I shut this off, I'll go into shop and show you the class I got. I'll go into category, and let's go to class. So this is what I got in class. I got the Lexion 2080, I got the headers, I got the 670, I got the 77, 7800 series harvesters. I got them again, I don't know why, I guess 2 different modders. This one is a really cool one. This is the 79 795. I got the lawnmower pack, and I got the 900 Axion, the windrower or the rake. Then we got the class MT800E. We got the balers. We got the 936 RZ. We got the 800, another 800 series. Then we got the Jaguar 800 with the headers. And then we got the Jaguar 900 Type 496 with the headers. And we got the class Lexion 540. This is another 540. We got the Mega 200 series. We got another harvester there, another rake there, or a tedder. That's a tedder. We got the class Xeron. That's the 4000, 5000 series. Yeah, but see, they had this out long ago, man, because as long as it's not on the mod hub, they can put anything there. That's why I always tell people, like, people on console, they've never, ever, ever had class in their game. Because they weren't allowed to put it on the mod hub due to licensing and all that. So, for anyone that's on console, this Platinum Edition of FS19 that's coming out is a godsend to them because they're going to get class for the very first time. But I've had class in FS17, and now I got it again in FS19 because when you're dealing with PC and Mac mods, a modder can make whatever one they want because they don't have to follow the licensing agreements that Giants has to. I agree. I agree. Like, I got every piece of equipment that you're going to get except for that new harvester that they're coming out with next year in real life they're putting in. Other than that, I got every other piece of equipment that you're going to see in that DLC. Every piece of equipment. So, I mean, and it's probably not going to be as good as what I got because I got modded stuff. So the capacities are a bit better probably. The speeds are a bit better. You know, and I always think that a modded tractor is always better than base game tractors anyway. They sound better, they look better. But like I said, for someone on console that can't get this in the game, the Platinum Edition, that's who the Platinum Edition is for this year. It's for people on console, PlayStation and Xbox. Because they're finally going to get class. I guess the only thing I like about it is now you're going to be able to go into the menu, and you know how you got your tractor colors and stuff like that? You're going to have your class colors in there now. So if you actually had a tractor that's color coded and you wanted to color it like a tipper or something, if you had a tipper and you wanted to color it to match a class, you were using like a Fent green and a Fent pink to try to get the class red. So it wasn't really matching up, but now you're going to have the class colors in game. And if you actually go on the mod hub right now, there's a couple of class mods already because now they have the licensing agreement. Modders can put the class in to get accepted by Giants. Right now, I think there's a Trion or Tyrion, however you pronounce it, the wheel loader. There's actually one of them right now in the mod hub. Man, I love doing fertilizing contracts. They're so quick. Fertilizing and harvesting are my favorite two types of contracts to pick up, because I find with harvesting, you can sell the crop that's left over and you make money off of it. So you can actually make a good profit off of a harvesting contract if you get the right one. Right? Not potatoes. Potatoes is a waste of money. It's a waste of time. For the amount of time and effort you put into it, what you get paid is not worth it. And I think the other field I had was this one. It'll tell me now. Yeah, it is. But yeah, I've had class in the game now for quite some time. Almost right from the beginning. Once the mods started coming out, they were putting class in. I always love a class tractor. One of my favorite. That I love the Dutz Fires as well. Dutz Fire is a really, really nice tractor. You know, now if I'm on an American map like Reacheville or something, yeah, I'll stick with the John Deere and the Case and stuff like that. But Class is one of the biggest tractors you'll see in Ireland and the UK and all that. Class, New Holland, Massey Ferguson's. Right, they're your big name tractors. You know, and that's like, I was surprised. Like, I was wondering, did Giants actually drop New Holland? Because there isn't a lot of New Holland stuff in base game. Yeah, JCB is another one too. Yep, that's popular over your way, Tone. But like where I live, you see a lot of John Deeres, and actually you see a lot of New Hollands around here too. I was actually at the gas station the other day, and there was a New Holland. I think it was I don't know what model number it was, but it was a fair-sized tractor, and it was over fueling up. It was pretty nice to look at. I felt like getting out and saying to Buddy, man, can I take it for a run? Listen, I got many hours of experience in game. Many hours of experience. Now, I'm not going to tell him I stream, because if he actually comes on and sees me streaming, he's definitely not going to let me drive it. I made that comment the other day. Right? Yeah, I got video evidence that I'm good at using the tractors and that, and as soon as they see me wasting fertilizer like I'm doing now, and banging into hedges and cars and all that, yeah, they're definitely going to let me take their tractor for a run. Yeah, the Challengers are nice too. If you actually watched Millennial Farmer, he had that Challenger that they loaned him. That was a nice tractor, man. The tracked one, that was a really nice tractor. Why do I keep on hitting that lower button? Right. I think my favorite John Deere is the 9RT track, the quad track. I love it. Right? The Case is nice, but I don't know. I think the John Deere just looks better. Right? Now, they're a tractor in their own, that style, because they're articulate. And anyone that's not used to driving articulate... Now, I can drive a wheel loader, which is articulate steering. Your pivot point is behind you and is in the middle of the unit, usually. It takes a bit of experience getting used to turning, because your turn radius is so sharp, but then it's hard to see how much you're turning, because of when you straighten out your tractor again, your back and your front are both going to move. And that's where people go wrong when it comes to the articulate tractors, is when they start making their turn, and they're new to it, they stop their turn a little bit too quick, because they don't realize when they straighten out, they're actually going to, the back end or the rear end of it is going to shift a bit on them. Yeah, oh, definitely. I remember when I drove my very first wheel loader. And it was an old JCB, it was, actually. Now, do I got any more contracts around this area? We're 62, maybe. 62. Where are you? 62. Oh, that's a fair size one. I might be able to get that one in before nightfall. We got 2 hours, well, hour and a half to do it. Right? I try not to do much after dark, because with seasons after dark, it's very hard to see everything. But let's jump in the tractor so I can see what I'm doing. Now guys, I'm going to do the headland and I'm going to drop this on a worker right quick because I have to go get a coffee and use the washroom. But I don't like, hopefully now the worker will work fine. It wouldn't do the fertilizing before for me, so I don't know what's going to happen. What do you mean I don't have access? Oh, wait, no. I should, wrong button. I should pick up the contract first. No, I got... Oh, it's sowing. Oh, I thought it was fertilizing. Okay, never mind. Back to the farm. I thought it was a fertilizing contract. It's a sowing contract. So I might as well go this way. We're halfway around the bend anyway. I can cut across here and go up. I don't know if I've been down this path, but probably have. Like, if you can stick to the main roads on this map, it's really cool. It's also really cool getting off of it because it's all trails and everything else, and you never know where you're going to end up. I find like it better for backing stuff up, yeah. Like, when I'm out in the field and stuff like that, because, now, I tell you, if Track IR would work with this, which it probably does, I don't know, I've never tried it, and I don't have it, but if Track IR worked with this, that would be awesome, because you can turn your head. Now, it probably does. I do believe, it worked with 17. I know it worked with 17, I think. Because I'm pretty sure I watch people do series and say, oh, just a second now, the screen's going to jump when I turn Track IR on. Does anyone use Track IR? Have they used it in FS19? Watch. So I start to make the pass. Just more vehicles. I know one guy streams with tracking. Okay. Okay, so it does work. That's cool. Maybe that's what I'll put it on a wish list for in here for my streaming, and we'll set a goal to try to get a Track IR system. And it'll just make the streaming a little bit better for us, so I don't have to be using my mouse all the time to jerk around to see what's out the side window. And maybe it'll improve my driving. James Gaming, I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Man, that's a long coffee OT's gone for. I think it was an hour ago. He said, man, I'm gone for coffee. I'll be back. Ask Mrs. Morpheus real nice, and if she gets you one, tell her I said she rocks. Yeah. No, I'm just going to go to my Keurig OT and get a coffee. I got Tim Hortons coffee in my Keurig, and I sooner drink that right now, because I like to make it the strength I like it. Speak of the devil, huh? You know what they say, you speak of the devil, he returns. How you doing, OT? Welcome back, buddy. Welcome back, man. Welcome back, mate. Mate. That's the way you guys say it, mate. I couldn't believe it. Someone came in on my stream last night and asked if I was Irish because they said I sound Irish. And I guarantee you, Tony will tell you that I do not sound Irish. Alright, let's go down and check out the harvester now and make sure that's all ready for the morning, because we're going to have a busy day. So the header's all hooked up, ready to go. I don't know why that harvester's unfolded, but we'll get in and start it up and see if the lack of use actually makes it start. Oh, she started right away. Let's fold that. We don't need that unfolded right yet. So fold that up. So what we're using in this series is the Lexion 670. The Midwest. I'm actually from Ontario, Canada originally. And I'm now working in Newfoundland. For how much longer, I don't know. Would I like to go back to Ontario? Yes, my wife loves it in Ontario. We go there quite often. The thing about here where I live, we don't get like no big concerts or anything like that. And when you go to Toronto and stuff like that, you get a lot bigger. You're from Ontario, are you? Oh, okay. Alright, let's, I think we're in for a long day, but we're going to get 12 hours sleep. We're going to lose a bit of money. Oh, I forgot to collect that money on them contracts. Hopefully now sleeping overnight don't make me, I think we're going to get this. No, we never got to synchronize, and I thought we were going to. So let's grab this money here before they don't want to give it to us no more. And if we go in and look at the map now, guys, they're still growing. No, you're not supposed to be still growing. We're supposed to be able to plant them. Right? If I go in here, Alt S. No, I got to get out of this screen first. Alt S. We're right here. We can harvest wheat now, and we can harvest canola. So it might be another day or so, or half day. Maybe it's probably going to be a half day. Alright, guys, just let me find a place here. And I don't really want to put it on the Be Right Back screen. I don't like doing that. So we'll stand here and have a look out over the farm. And you just give me a moment and I will be right back, man. Alright, I'm back. So, what are we going to do? I think they're going to pop at any moment throughout the day. So, let's go in and... Field 62, they want cabbage. And see, that's guaranteed. What's that error that I'm getting? Failed to compile shader. Could sparse GISL program. Okay, I can fix that. Error. Cost power undeclared identifier. Gloss color. Oh, okay, that's just color errors. I'm not too worried about them. Not too worried. I don't think the planter we have, or the seeder, sorry. But I'm going to get the John Deere because we need the horsepower. We own 3. We own field... Actually, no, we own 5 fields. 2 are grass, though. 2 are grass fields, or 3 are grass... Actually, I got quite a few. I got 3 grass fields, and I got 3 arable fields. I'll show you on the map now what ones we own. Where's my... Oh, man. That's right. I gotta go pick up that cedar. That cedar's at our chicken farm. And guess what I forgot to do before I slept? Okay, so they're still good on food yet. They're still good on food. Now let's go down and check out the sheep. Oh yeah, they're still good. They're still not making no wool though. I don't know why they're not giving me no wool. It's summertime. They should be sharing them. So there must be a glitch with seasons on this map with the wool. That's the only explanation I can come up with. So if that's the case, I'll wait till the end of summer, which is like another day, because you're not going to get no wool. Or I might even go the whole winter and we'll try it out again once more, because we never got them till late in... Well, we got them in the summer, so... I'll probably give it another try for one more season. And if we don't make no wool off of them, I'm going to get rid of them and we'll bring in cows or something. We own a cow barn already. Actually, we got 2 cow fields. We got the cow field here at the main farm, and we got a grazing field or another cow barn up by the chicken area where we bought that piece of land up by the chickens. What is the lucrative crop on this map? I don't know what the lucrative crop would be. Let's go have a look. Just look at some prices now. Like, sunflower is always good. Soybean is always good. But I find the yields on them ones suck. Cotton, of course, is good. Eggs. Now we get into our other fields. Like, there's nothing overly spectacular there. Red cabbage, no. Like, nothing really. So, just gives you... But now, these are rising, so they might go up a bit. Probably the best one is probably going to be rye, maybe. Would probably be the best. Well, actually, while I'm in, I got no traffic behind me. For the whoever asked. So we own field 8, which is a grass field. We own field 6, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, and 4. There are 2 arable crops. This is an arable crop. These are our 2 grass, and that's our 3rd grass. And then we own this area here. This is a cow pasture, and we own the chicken barn. That's what we own on the map. Now, we do own the BGA, but that comes with, right, if you click this area, so when you buy the farm, you get field 1, 6, 8, and the BGA area. Then you get 2, 3, and 4 with this purchase, and down here you get the chicken farm and the cow stable. But that's where we're going now. We're going up to the chickens, so I might as well feed them while I'm up there. I got to pick the cedar up, because that's the last place we had the cedar. So there's nothing overly lucrative on the map, like cotton. We all know cotton does well. But the only thing about cotton on this map is the fields are not really big enough to get a good yield of cotton. So is it lucrative or not? I don't know. Well, I guess, you know, like you're still going to get the liters, but I find that you need a lot of cotton. Like it takes a lot of cotton to get a good yield. What I wish you can go with a plow and plow over the hedges and join fields together and make a bigger field. Right? Now, I know the guy that made this map is not going to be watching my stream, but if you are, or if you ever do, maybe you can go in and look at doing that. I mean, I can go in and do it myself. I can go in and I can take off all... Like, I can actually go in GE and take the hedges out and open up a field. I can also go in and select all the hedges and put no collisions on them, so that way they're not going to... You can drive through them, but I like the collisions on them because it makes you actually work harder, and it's more realistic. And because this is my realistic series, I'm very careful with what I do. Now, I know the chickens, hopefully there's no car coming because I'm not stopping. The chickens are working very well, except for the fact that I had to put in the animal clean mod. But, you know, in real life you do hire workers to help out with your animals and stuff like that, and at the end of the day we actually do get charged for that. So it's not like we're getting it for free. Now, this seeder can do cabbage, which I don't think it can. I think we actually need a planter for that. But if it does, I will do field 62 while we're over here. And if not, we're going to head back, and I think I'm going to go to field 6, and we're going to plant some winter wheat. And hopefully it'll be grown in time for us to harvest before the snow comes. So the first thing we're going to do is we'll pull into the barn and we'll dump some more wheat into the chicken feed. Oh. Now guys, I'll show you too, while we're here, I'll show you why the animal clean mod does not work here. So let me just pull this out a bit so we can get in so I can show you. We can drop that there now. So when you come over and try to clean it, like you can actually see, look, see it there? It's like underneath this concrete slab. There's a little bit there, there was a little bit there, there's some more here. So this is full underneath, but because the way this is, the concrete slab is raised up just a little. Now, I'm after trying to go into GE and lowering that slab down a bit, and it still will not allow me to clean it. I don't even know if clover's on this map. What is on this map? We got rye, sorghum, rice, millet, onion, carrot, red cabbage, lettuce. No, there is clover. Yeah, clover is on the map. And clover usually does sell for good. What? How much is the clover on this one? Where is the clover? Unless that's clover there. I thought that was more rye. I don't even see clover. Right, if you go by the icons that's in the game. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to get some clover and see what it sells for. How are we doing on our eggs? Yeah, it's almost a half a pallet. We got our little silo here to store our wheat. We got some more eggs here that when I was trying to do the cleaning and that, I figured that might have had something to do with it, but it doesn't. Now, let's put it in reverse. The chickens are doing well. They're fed again for another 2 days. Now, let's go in and grab our cedar. And I don't think it does cabbage, though. I think you need a planter to do the red cabbage. Alright, man. You have a good night, Tony. And thanks for dropping in, bud. And we'll see you again tomorrow, man. We'll see you on tomorrow's stream. So this one does sorghum, rye, clover, wheat. Yeah, it's not going to do cabbage. No, I didn't think it does. And I am not going to rent another one of them. So I'm just going to get rid of that one for now. Until we can afford to purchase our own. But we'll cancel that one for now. So we got field 34, which is rice. I think this one does rice. 103 is fertilizing. I thought we had another sowing contract. No, we only got that one there, which is rice. I'm going to check it and see if it does rice. If it doesn't do rice, I'm going to get rid of that one. Yeah, it does rice. So let's go in and see where field 34 is. It should be over on this side, close by actually. So 34 is right there, so it's right off the main stretch. So yeah, we'll go do that one. Nope. Then we'll go up and we'll plant our... is there any way to make the snow lie on factory farm? As I have it snowing, but it doesn't settle. It's not set. Sometimes it takes a while to kick in. How long has it been snowing? Did it just start snowing, or is it just not settling? Because I'm after having snow on factory farm. Unless he did something in this new update, I don't know. But now I noticed that it don't go everywhere. There are some places that snow won't go, like in certain areas. So it's almost like the snow mask that's in the game is not covering the whole map like it should. Because I've noticed on some streets the snow will only come out partially on the roads, on the main roads. It don't come out all the way. But yeah, I'm after having snow. Remember when I was doing them couple of streams on factory farm? I had snow on that one. Now, how do I get into this field? Down here. Just here. Looks like the gate's already open, so nope, gate's not open, but buddy, you're gonna have to wait, man. Guaranteed that's gonna jackknife the cedar. It's guaranteed this is going to open up outwards. Nope, I was wrong. Oh, must be up on the fence. There we go. So we're on rice, lower the cedar, and let's get this field done. It don't take long with this cedar. Okay, I can turn off my hazard lights. Wondering what map was I on? Remember we had a piece of equipment and no, I think that was on Reachiville, and the fertilizer sprayer and that don't actually empty at all. Been here the whole stream, just listening and planting my fields. Well, y'all are in playing Factory Farm. You know what? I haven't touched Factory Farm since I got it. But I got to get back at it. But yeah, just keep on trying with that snow OT and see if it will settle. But like I said, I'm after having it on it. But see, when I start the game, I always start in the winter. I'll start in the winter months because then it lets you do all of the logging and that before you even have to start doing your fields and all that stuff, especially with seasons, where seasons is so technical and all that, man. But you know what? I would not be able to play this game and really enjoy it. Like, I enjoy my streams with Nick and the gang and all that. Now they don't use seasons, but we're doing so much other stuff and it's a multiplayer. But for me playing on a series like this, I got to use seasons. I just really enjoy it. I like the realism aspect of it. I like to try to keep it as realistic as you possibly can for a game. Right now, I mean, realism in this game is open for suggestion or whatever, you know, like it is what it is. It's a game. It's not real. And if anyone thinks it's real, well, they're delusional. But, you know, you try to do it so it's somewhat realistic. You know, like in this series here, I am not going to have a tipper that carries 100,000 liters, because good luck getting a truck to carry 100,000 liters. Most trucks that I've ever driven or seen max out at about, about 45,000 kilos, which is not quite 100,000 pounds. I think it's like 95.9. Right? But like to have a tipper that does 500,000 liters, 1 million liters, to me, it's not realistic, so I try not to use them. You know, on Reachville I will, because that's not a realistic series, that's just a fun series. And I'm just trying to move a lot of product quickly to keep you guys entertained. Trying to get the factories, and as I was just getting ready, I took that turn a bit too quick. Just as I was getting ready to start going back into Reachville and get the factories, now there's a whole bunch of updates coming out, so I'll hold off until all the updates are ready. And Miller was saying that Old Man should have them up and ready by Friday, so hopefully that's the case. Oh, that'd be cool, man. Is there a way you can take a screenshot of it, OT, and link it? Now, guys, if you guys want to do screenshots while you're playing the game, I use a program. It's called Lightshot. You download it free off of the internet, and basically what it is it takes a screenshot of your screen, and you pick what you want it to show. Like, you go in and you open up Lightshot, and then your screen will go like dark on you, and then you use the mouse and you pick the area that you want to print screen on, and then you click on the cloud area and it gives you a link. It basically saves the picture online. It gives you a link, and then you can put that link to people to share the link so they can see your picture, rather than taking a screenshot and storing it on your machine. So if you haven't used that program, it's really cool. It's called Lightshot. Like all them pictures that you're after seeing me post on Pat's stream with that link, that's what I use. Right? And you get a link like HTTP, PRNT, SCRN, so print screen, and then a bunch of other / and a bunch of other letters just to distinguish the file name, that's all. But it's a really cool program for, like, if you want to share in-game photos with people and stuff like that, rather than like hitting your print screen and then you got to bring it into Paint or something and save it in Paint and all that, and then you got to share the file. This one here, you just share a link. Now probably around noon I will check the fields again just to see if it's switched over to the growing state. Because that's all we're waiting for now. We're just waiting for the growing state to switch over. Now, I'm not sure if it does it overnight in seasons or if it does it like midday. But we'll see. I'm hoping. See, what I was hoping was to get the harvest in and actually get another layer of wheat put down and get some winter wheat put in on both fields. But I think what I'm going to do is once I finish this contract, we're going to go over to field 6. And this is a direct drill, so I'm not going to plow it or anything like that. I should, but I'm not going to this year. I'm just going to put in a crop of wheat just to see if we can get it in time to get it just before winter. Right? Like I said, I don't think I will. I don't think it'll be time, but you know what? If it don't work out, we've wasted a little bit of seed and fertilizer. Okay, man. Perfect. And we'll see what happens. See if we can actually get a feel of winter wheat in before winter. Before the first snowfall. It's not going to allow us to harvest with snow on the ground. Now guys, also that's going to be added in, and the only reason why I'm not doing it now is because when you add a geo in midway through a season, it could actually damage the season you're working on. So I got the Northern Ireland geo, and it's supposed to be a really hard geo. Like it says, there's a lot of rain, shorter growing season and all that. So it says, you know, you're going to have to really prepare your crops and think about what ones you're going to do and all that. So it's going to make it even harder on this map, but I'm not going to bring that in until this season is over. So once we get into winter, then I'll introduce it, because there's not going to be much going on in the winter. We'll be doing some I don't know, we might do some logging, I don't know. I haven't decided yet what we're going to do this winter. But we're still going to have to be up on the animals every couple of days. And what I was thinking about over the winter months, where I do all of this on 5 times speed, I think with the winter months I might increase the speed just during winter only. So we'll probably run it on like times 30 speed or something just for the winter. Because, you know, just for the sake of the gameplay, because winter takes so long, and I'm doing 6 days now. Can you imagine 6 days of winter? And usually I average what, two episodes per day, usually, right? I'm on a little bit later tonight, right? My wife's in watching the movie. She said, you know, stream until I finish the movie. She said, I don't want you in bugging me, right? So, and I was late starting as well, but like, well, we've been on now for 2 hours, so this is my normal, like anywhere between an hour and a half, 2 hours, usually around the hour and a half mark. But I just want to say, I don't think we're going to be harvesting till the next day. That's my funny feeling. But we are getting close to noon. I will check again at noon, and then I'll check again at around dinner time. So right now we're on our way to field 6, and I do get confused on how to get into that field. Here's the Vivo shop. That's where I go get my beer. The only thing is the Irish beer, I find it a little bit stronger than the Canadian beer. It's more of a malt beer. Wow, that field started growing pretty quick. The cabbage, or the onion. I only planted that yesterday, and they're already coming through already. Look at that. Now that's a fast growing crop. My crops don't grow that fast. Now, it's up around this bend. I'm not quite sure how we get in. Mrs. Morpheus and Mrs. OT would get on well, as Mrs. OT says the same thing to me. Yeah, I bet you they would, man. Now, I thought it would be up this alleyway here, but it's not. I think we actually have to go in here through the farm. Through the farmyard. Yeah, let's try this again. Let's try making a wider turn this time. And no, it's no good. It's not. It's over there. It's over there. Now I'm stuck. Guaranteed I'm stuck. Nope. Look at Seamus. Oh man, he gets on my nerves at times. And his brother's always up looking out at the trains, like he wants to know every person coming into the town. Two of them are very nosy, right? Very nosy. They're twin brothers, very nosy. And they're grumpy all the time. Right? Every time you go in and try to have a conversation with him, it's almost like he tells you where to go and how to get there. Now, this is only a small field, but we're going to put some wheat in here. We'll get some winter wheat going. Actually, you know what? I'm going to try clover. Let me try clover and see if we can... Actually, before I do that, this is the reason why we have this. So, clover. So right now it's in the... So we're here, so yeah. We'll be able to harvest it there. So I think we're good on the clover. I'll plant clover. And I just want to see... just give me a second. I unplugged my headset. Told you these wires are very annoying and in the way. And because I unplugged it, I'm not going to get no game sound now. And you guys are not getting no game sound. So... let me go in here. Just give me a second, guys. Let me go into the properties. And I got to pick... I'll switch over to my Sound Blaster speakers. And then I'll go back over to the headset. And that's not working, so let's go in here. And we'll go to our playback sounds, and let's change that over to speakers and change back. And I got no sound. Oh man. Why do I not have sound? I mean, I should have came back. I can hear through it. This is the thing with OBS, man. I'm going to have to wrap some tape around it or something, so it don't come out anymore. So if I go into my settings, you guys don't see what I'm doing here, but go into my audio and let's change that to Sound Blaster. Even if I change my source, you're not going to hear it. Okay, so let's go back into settings and try changing it again back to the headset. And if that don't work, I guess we're going to be doing this rest of this stream without sound of the game. And I don't like that. I don't like that. So let's go to headset. Canadian Club, yep. Okay, that's default device, yep. Okay, no, we're not going to have no sound by the looks of it. I don't want to have to restart the game. I'm going to have to restart the game in order to get it back. Just because they unplugged. But I don't like that. Because now I can't even hear the sound of the tractors. Now I can't hear the sound of the tractors. Yeah, I gotta fix this, guys. Just give me a second. I'll put it on the Be Right Back screen. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going to mute the mic or anything. I'll put it on the Be Right Back. I'm going to see now if we got... Put a bit of music on there. So that works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save the game right quick. I'm going to quit it. And I'll just do a restart of the game right quick so we can get the sound of the tractors back. So do you guys agree my music's a little bit better than that elevator music that Night Cop uses? Yeah, don't tell him, eh? Yeah, you can say whatever you want about him tonight. His wife is off tonight, so he's grounded from the PC. Alright, that's loading back in right now. Let's turn that music off. We'll go back to gameplay. And we'll let it finish loading. Won't be much longer now. Trailer Park Boys Whiskey. Yeah, exactly. Alright. Now, because I had to do that, I'm just going to tab right over to that tractor. We were already over here, so I'm not cheating. Now, try not to unplug the headset. Planting? Yep, that's planting. Alright, let's get some clover in here. I want to utilize every little inch of this field, so I'm going to back right in. And hopefully it'll plant. That's the only thing I don't like about this field is that the walls are so close to the edges of the field. Oh yeah. When you're younger, you're invincible, man. You can do anything you want. I remember when I was a teenager, man, you go like 3-4 days without any sleep and all that. Try to do that now at our age. It is not going to happen, I tell you. I can't do it anymore. Did I hear a train? Is there actually trains on this map? And it sounded like a steam train. To be honest with you, that'd be cool. If it was. Yeah. This is just a tedious part, guys. Just trying to get this first bit done. Get in position and you gotta back up and but I want to make sure that I get every little inch of the crop. Now we're going to have weeds in this because I never herbicide the field or anything like that, so we got to keep an eye out for the weeds. This field will get weeds. Our other fields didn't because we put a spray of herbicide on them. We looked after the weeds on that one. Now I'm just going to do an overlap here just so I make sure that I got it all. Now let's take my time and we'll get up into this corner. There we go. We'll just do a couple of up and downs these. Won't take us that long. Wow, look at that. It won't even haul the... It don't even haul the weeds up. So we're going to have to herbicide this field right away. It's going to take a while. I mean, I don't need to do the weeding today. But see how the weeding is now, guys? That's cool. That's what I like about the weeds in seasons now. It's not all the way across your field. It's only in patches. And you know what? That's the way it is in real life, and that's what I like about it, man. It's cool. The only reason why it was like that in base game, because they always make it worker friendly. And right now, weeds are not a job for hired workers, because they'll do one patch and they'll say, okay, there's no more weeds, and they're going to stop. Let's start our turn here now. See if I can get right in and get this one done. I'll have one little patch over here. It's not going to do the whole thing. That's alright. We'll go down, turn around, come back. So we got a field of clover. I want to see how this clover is going to sell. I never noticed the clover on a sell point, though. So I'm a bit curious on what are we going to do with the clover. Right? There was no clover in that financial planner. So we're going to grow it, and then we'll see if we can sell it somewhere. Just to see what kind of money we'll make off of it. I'm quite curious. Right? If Bernadette is right, usually clover sells for good. But yeah, like most of our crops are only small right yet. But as we get money and stuff like that, we will get bigger crops. I mean, I think we're doing good. We're not bankrupt yet. We got 44,000 euros in the bank. We got some crop getting ready to... we already got crop in the silo that was left there. I find even when you start from scratch sometimes, I should have went in and took them out of the XML by rights, but no, I didn't want to mess with it. And so there is a little bit of crop in the silos, and we'll just deal with it. We'll keep it. We'll sell it. We'll do whatever with it. It's not like it's an outstanding amount of it. I mean, if it was hundreds of thousands of liters, yeah, I would have sold. I would have just taken it right out of the XML. I would have edited the XML to change it. And even I notice a lot lately too. A lot of maps coming out now when you start from scratch. And I think this one does it too. You don't get no land in that, but it gives you equipment. And you shouldn't get equipment when you start from scratch. Right? Hence the saying, start from scratch. You know? And the reason why they call it start from scratch is because you're always scratching your head saying, like, how am I going to make money? What crops am I going to do? Is this going to make money for me? Is that going to make money for me? Oh, you fucking arsehole. God forgive my language, but you're an arsehole. Even though I cut you off, you're the arsehole. Go on. That was probably Seabass. That's Seamus's brother. He gave me the finger. Did you guys see that? He gave me the friggin' finger. What a prick. I'm so glad I'm not monetized on YouTube. I don't think I'll ever get monetized on YouTube. The requirements to get monetized on YouTube are outrageous. You got to have 4,000 watched hours in 12 months, which is not too bad. I can get that. But they want you to have 1,000 subscribers in 12 months. I'm at 130. Well, I was at 140, but now I'm down to 139. But I understand why. I mean, I'm neglecting my YouTube channel. I haven't really been putting anything over there. So that's why I'm starting this new recorded series. I was actually in getting everything ready and set up. I just got to create my opening scene for my videos. So something a bit different. Where I got my logo changed now. I can't use the one I was using. Why? Oh, man, I hate turning this thing. Okay, So let's try this again. Oh yeah, of course you would. Of course you would. I'm gonna have to drive over you, buddy. But the seat are definitely going to get stuck on him. Yeah, you're just going to have to wait, buddy. Look. And they say I'm impatient. My God. I'm not the impatient one. I don't fart my horn. There you go. Well, it's 12:30, so we're going to put the seeder away and we can go check our crops and see how they're doing. So yeah, guys, I'm going to start to record a series. It's going to be called Babrosti, which is a real town in Poland. And I found a really nice map. It's actually on the Mod Hub. It's only a small map. But it's going to be a roleplay series, and it's called Life of a New Farmer. So there's going to be like a storyline behind it. More of a roleplay series. Play a character and have a bit of fun with it. Alright. Let's go take a little walk here now and see how our fields are doing. So we'll go up and take a look at the oat field first, or the wheat field, sorry. Look at this textures up there sometimes when you're on, even on 5-speed. Now if I drop that down to 1-speed, will it make a difference? No. So it's weird, it's like there's cloud textures right up above that don't move. Maybe I need to go in and change my settings and make them a little bit higher to make the clouds look better. But I found ever since I started playing this, oh look at that, the wheat is ready, guys. Woohoo! Oh yeah. No, it's still growing. Yeah, the moisture level is probably still up on it. We need the moisture to be down around 12. 12.5. So the moisture's probably a little bit. Now I had something and I sold it by mistake. So I'm just going to go in here and get it. Right quick. I meant to sell the chainsaw we have, and I ended up selling the meter that I need to check our moisture levels and stuff like that. I just got to remember what is it under global? No, it wouldn't be under global company, I don't think. No. So it must be under decoration. Why it would be under decoration, I don't know. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's actually under miscellaneous. That's where it is. Right here. Using a measuring tool, you can get information on soil, trees, bales, and other objects. Pretty sure this is what it is. I'm sure that's the one we need. So let's go back. Now, let's bring out our thing. So our moisture level is at 13%, yeah. Our growth is only at 83%. So yeah, it's not going to pop today. Maybe not till tomorrow. 100% or 7% moisture or whatever they call it. I don't know. I gotta look up what every one of them little terms mean. Our grass is growing back good, nice. Which is good because we're gonna need lots of grass. Oh, if that banged, guys, I'm sorry. I banged my hand off the microphone. This crop is almost done too. You can see now the canola has changed color. It's not that beautiful yellow anymore. It's still growing. So if I take out our little meter, this is probably not even going to... Well, two of them are at 83%. So one more day. So I guess we will be harvesting tomorrow. I was hoping it was going to be today. Let me go over and check my other grass field. That's I say that's pretty much... I find the best time to cut your field is when it gets up this high and you see the yellow little flowers. Like this. This is ready to be cut now. It's not going to grow anymore. Once you start seeing the flowers, that's the highest it'll grow. So that's something that we can take on. Right now, I'm actually going to come in and I'm going to fix this while I'm here. So there is a big dip here, and this is a... The only thing about this now is once I remove this dip, I got to do this right now because I don't want it to be floating here where we have a floating texture. So I'm going to try to smooth it here a bit. I'm going to have to bring it down because I'm going to get rid of some of this grass by doing it. I don't want to get rid of too much grass. Let me see. That looks pretty good. Just a couple of little small. If you go down too far with it, that yellow sticker there is going to look like it's floating, and I don't want it to look like it's floating. But yeah, that looks a lot better than what it was. So, there you go. At least it's not that big drop off, and as you can tell, it does. Oh, excuse me. It does float a little tiny bit, but not too bad. Not too bad at all. Everything else I'm going to keep the same. I don't want to ruin the Lang textures. Now, I think we're going to go up and... I think I'll just grab the John Deere here right quick. Let's jump in, and we're going to go over now, and we're going to look after the sheep. We'll give the sheep some food and some water. Make sure that they're looked after well. Give them a bit of water first, because the water is right there. I'm going to have to look up why the wool is not coming on the sheep, because usually you get the wool in the summer months. Right? We're not going to get no wool in the winter because they need their coats for the winter months so they don't freeze to death. I don't remember if I left grass in this or not. If I did leave grass in the tipper, it's gone. And you know how easy it is getting in and out of that field over there. But we got to. Now, I find the best way to do this is bring this right up. So let's back this up a bit. And let's go get the sheep fed. I probably don't have to right yet, but see, we're here. Nothing else to do. We're going to do it. And then we'll check to see what we have in our silo there. They only take 1,000 liters of grass. I don't know if the grazing is working on this map or not. It might be. That's why they don't require a lot of grass. Like, really, come on, man. Like, what's it hitting? I will be taking that out and put in a bigger gate or something. Stuck there now. When all else fails, try to reposition it and hopefully the trailer moves over. I'm going to need to get a smaller trailer for the farm here. That's what I think. Come on, John. Come on. Not John Deere to Ford. You got power. So now that's lined up perfect. So if I unhook and straighten my tractor up, yeah, I'm going to get a little tiny small tipper. Like the smallest one in the game for around the farmyard. So this one is just too big. This is good for like doing our crops. And, like, why are the sheep always in my way? Let me go in and check. Let me go in and check something. Is it even worth giving them some food yet? Because they hardly eat anything. Yeah, see, I mean, they're only down 200. I'm not even going to give them nothing. You're not giving me no wool. I'm not going to give you no food. We'll drop that down here for now. Oh, let's shut her down. So yeah, like they only require 1,000 liters. So I think a tipper, a very small tipper to get in and out of there would be perfect. Like something like that one. You know, I probably even got something smaller. I want something very narrow. Like even that there would work. 6,000 liters. All right. Now, will it hook up to a tractor though? Now I can buy the case, so that's case. Let me check everything first. We got this one here, and that's not a dolly, and that's fairly small, right? But how wide is it? It's the width of it is that I'm worried about. It's 14,000. Really ugly colors though. 15,000. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll think about it, I think. Because it's really the width that I'm worried about. You know, I got nothing really smaller. I think that's what we're using right now, isn't? No, that's what we got up. That's a small one. And that's only 9,500. And I can put a cover on it so it'll protect the grass if we're not using it. 8,000 capacity. Look at that. I bought it. I bought it. Alright, you guys can all stay in there. Make sure that's closed. I'm just going to go over and check the wool just to see if there's any pallet. It's like there's no pallet. The pallet should have appeared by now. And it's not here. So I guarantee you there's something wrong with that trigger. Definitely something wrong with that trigger. The sheep are not giving us no wool. And they should have by now. So what I might do is I might actually... so we got a sheep area here. We got sheep here, but we also have sheep. Do we have like a field you can put sheep in? That's cows, cows. I think it's the cows got the sheep, the fields. What's this? That's a farm silo. That's cattle. That's for our horses. No, I think there's only one sheep area on the whole map. No, there's one right here. Of course. And there's another one right here. Well, that's not so bad because I can come across this way and down. We'll have to run over. We got a pig. Well, no, is that? That's a pig, sorry. That's no good. That's sheep right there. So how much is it to get that? So you got to buy a whole bunch of field. Holy crap, man. I don't need all of that. All right. I don't need all of that area. How much is it? It's 300. Yeah, that'll be a while. Any more sheep? We got pigs here. We got cattle. Oh, we got a sheep pasture here. And that's right up next to there. That wouldn't, I wouldn't mind getting that. That's 111,000. So that's something that we can look at down the road. We can get this sheep area and see if the sheep will work there. But apparently the sheep are definitely not working on our main farm. They're not giving us no wool whatsoever. Alright guys, I think that's enough for one day. We've been on now for 2.5 hours. I think that's great. We're going to take a break here now, and we're going to go in and get some lunch. And we will be back here again tomorrow. I'm not going to make no promises to do a stream in the afternoon. I was going to do one today, but I got tied up with a few errands I had to run and stuff like that, and work and all that. But we'll definitely get back at this again. Hopefully now we'll... do we got any contracts left? We still got a couple of fertilizing contracts. We'll get them 3 done. I might as well collect these ones. Let them sit there. And we can probably pick up a few more simple contracts. Contracts where the fields are close, like field 26. We'll accept that. I don't know. Maybe... What do you think, guys? Do you think we should pick up a baling contract? I mean, we got to bale it. We got to make the silage and then deliver it. Right? I do have a flatbed over there that we had for the moving the trucks and that around. There is a couple of baling contracts. Maybe pick up one baling contract. Field 11, we'll get 14,000 for it. Field 11 is close to the farm here. It's just right here. We'll give that a cut, bale it up, make the silage bales, and where do we deliver it to? And I'll accept the contract for now, so don't take it from us overnight. The only thing is, yeah, we got a mower, we got the baler, we got the wrapper. We got all the equipment, so I don't need to borrow nothing, so it's pure income. So we'll accept it and take the bales to Big Bill's Bale Sales, which is up around that same area as well. So we do the bales here, and we just got to drop them off right here. So I think that'll be a good contract to do. All right, guys, you guys have a great night. OT, you have a great day, and anyone else down under. We will be back again here tomorrow, so just keep an eye out. I'm not sure. I might come on before Pat goes on, because he will be back streaming again tomorrow. So I'm going to try to get on before he comes on and do probably an 1.5-hour stream before he starts. But anyway, guys, you guys take care, and I will see you in the next one. And thanks for joining us here tonight, man. Really appreciate it.
I was too young, and I didn't understand that you